Good morning from Northumberland on Monday the 11th of May. It's hard to remember what the date is and the day is in these times. We begin our 8th week of lockdown. And I think, like most of you, will be trying to digest and make sense of what the Prime Minister's announcement made. Almost within seconds of hearing the Prime Minister, someone who has a marriage booked in later in the year contacted me and says, "What do you think it means?" And I had to reply and say, "I have no idea." It certainly means that nothing's going to change very quickly for our lives, and particularly in the life of the church. I think we're in for May and June with at least the pattern that we still have, without any major alteration. And I think that means that the earliest possible time when we could meet together, or even think about meeting together, is as we go into July. I think that's what the very best hope from the roadmap, the guidance we've received again means. But what do I know? And it may be that as the day emerges, we will hear more. But I think that at the moment we're reckoning with more of the same. What does that mean for us in the church and for what I'm doing as the parish priest here? Well, it probably means that I'm continuing to do very much the same over the next 6 to 8 weeks. I will and plan to continue to speak every day, to offer morning and night prayer, and for us to have the opportunity to share that in our homes, either in this benefit or, as I know some of you do, a wider afield. And if we make any changes to the services, they will be at the time of Pentecost, they will be sent out within the parishes, but they will also be made available on the internet so that people can access them if they wish. But we have to keep going. Keeping going, keeping on, carrying on, keeping on are important at this time. Because, as I've said before, over this weekend, fortitude and determination are important. When we're dealing with a disease that is silent and invisible, the precautions we take and the major adjustments we've made to our lives are important. But they have, of course, a purpose. And that purpose is that we will be able to come together and gather together again in love and fellowship. In the meantime, our love and our fellowship is remote. Remote because we are physically distant. But we need not be distant in terms of our hearts, in terms of our prayers, in terms of our thoughts for each other. And each of us has an equal part to play in maintaining that fellowship, in maintaining that love with our fellow church members, with members of our family, with our friends, so that in this difficult time we are able to maintain that fellowship that is at the heart of our Christian relationships and at the heart of our human relationships. In the gospel today, Jesus intertwines our following of him with the love we have for him, with the love he has for us, and with the love that God has for us. And he binds it all together, following me, loving me, being loved by me, being loved by the Father. Love is the thing that entwines and entangles and embraces us and makes it possible to go forward in difficult times. We live in that love. Nothing in heaven, on earth, nor height, nor depth, nor or powers can separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus. May God bless us all.